Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your December reading. Wow, I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Sagittarius, let's find out what you can expect coming up in December. Boy, you know, that Page of Wands has landed right here, 3 readings in a row. I even think the Queen of Swords has been in all these readings. Oh my gosh. Sagittarius, let's find out what's going on here. We have the 10 of Cups surrounding your entire reading. This is union between two people. It could be a family situation. It could be commitment. There's a lot of love. Sunshine and rainbows? Oh, come on. That's a lot of love, and this is surrounding your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Queen of Swords. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. But more importantly, the energy that it's carrying is seeking truth and clarity. It's like having your sword up in self-protection, hands out, like let's have this conversation. And so these, the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Swords, are the 2 highest energy cards in your reading. So this conversation has to do with this love, this connection here. So let's read on. Page of Wands right next to the Queen of Swords. This is all about truth and clarity. Hanging on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. It's like there's something brewing here. And it has to do with moving forward in this relationship. It will come out your mouth, okay? And you're going to have this conversation. But this is something you've been kind of holding in that you're going to let come out. And you're going to seek truth from them as well as speak yours. I have the Ace of Pentacles. You know, I don't think you're quite committed yet. I don't think you're quite married. I don't think you're quite... I think you're in a relationship with a lot of love, and now you're kind of wondering if there is a commitment on the horizon. This is the offer. You might even make the offer yourself. All these cards are male or female. So this pentacle is all about security, stability, groundedness, and possibly a commitment. Speaking up, we got the Hierophant right under the Queen of Swords. This is the card for Taurus. So Taurus might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. The Hierophant, though, the energy is about traditional values, traditional morals. It's about groundedness. It's about security and stability. And it is about and can be about marriage. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. And I think this is what you're wondering. I think you want to, like, take this relationship and, you know, make it solid and secure by a possible marriage. On the other side of the 10 of Cups and under this Ace of Pentacles is the Sun. One of the most beautiful cards in the deck. There is a whole fresh start and new beginning with the Sun. There's a lot of joy. There's a lot of just love going around in this card. So look, there's a child in that card too. There's 2 here. There's 1 here. There might be a child involved in this reading or 2 or... But it's right under the Ace of Pentacles, right next to the 10 of Cups. I think there will be a fresh start and new beginning. I feel like there has been, I got the 3 of Pentacles under the Hierophant, that there's someone or something that's been holding this relationship back from becoming more solid, more secure. And I don't think you've been seeing eye to eye about the situation, or there's a third energy that's been holding this back with the 3 of Pentacles. But you know what? The love is winning out. There is so much love here. I got the Ace of Cups under the Ten of Cups. Can you believe it? This is like the offer of love. There is so much love from both parties. And I think what's going to happen, and from this reading, if this is sounding like your reading, it probably is. If it's not sounding like your reading, it probably is not. And I would check your moon sign. That is your private and emotional self. But look, under the sun, next to the Ace of Cups, the World card, you're going to be moving into a new life cycle. Okay? So things are going to be evolving in this relationship. Even with the Three of Pentacles here, okay, even with something that was interfering or holding back this from happening, well, the truth comes out. And this is an honest conversation, two-sided. It's something you've been sitting on, but it's like you just can't sit on this conversation anymore. Let's see what else comes up here for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Ooh. Wow, there's that sword. Yeah, okay. Yeah, up here in your highest energy, I have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about almost feeling like some of these cups are getting kicked over here. You're getting kind of discouraged in this situation, and that's probably what you need to speak up about, because I don't think this pentacle is coming in. I think it's like needed, it's time, it's, you know, so you have this conversation. But I call this Five of Cups the card of hope because there's two full cups right behind that figure. So in turning around, you can see the hope and love. Now next to the Five of Cups is the Seven of Swords. I think you feel like they're hiding something from you or keeping something. Excuse me. Don't know where that came from. But I feel like that you feel that they might be hiding something from you. You know, you got the Three of Pentacles down here. There could be an influence. You could be right on the money here. That maybe they're just not telling you everything or not being totally honest about their feelings. But this conversation is going to continue. And it's going to continue through texting or emails or phone calls or video chat. But it will continue, and it will be back and forth. So things are going to become clearer as this conversation goes forth. I have the Seven of Wands under the Five of Cups and next to the Sun. So it's like you're blocking, okay? You're in self-defense mode here, and you're kind of like trying to look out for yourself. So you know you want the energy of the Sun. You feel like you should have this fresh start, new beginning, just moving forward in this relationship. And you're trying not to deal with other people's opinions. I feel like that's what's coming in. And you're like, no, I handle this on my own. You might even be blocking your own thoughts about your disappointment here. But the Queen of Swords will win out over there about that truth and clarity, especially being next to that Page of Wands. It's going to come out, okay? Right next to blocking, by not speaking up, by holding back, but you will be speaking up. You've been blocking moving into a new life cycle. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and this new life cycle is for your better, for your fortune. The universe is involved now, okay? So the universe gets their way. You can, or they can, or something can slow it down a little, but it will win out. So that is an excellent card to have in your reading. It's right next to the Six of Swords. So it's going to move you right past that Seven of Swords energy towards the Six of Swords. So this is moving forward, and it's moving forward with truth and clarity. See those swords? Not alone. There's another child, children, a child. So, you know, there may or may not be a child. It could be anything. But you are moving forward, and I don't think you're moving forward alone. You're moving away from rocky waters towards a smoother, calmer place in your life. It is going to take some work, but I think the work is all this conversation. And that's what you need, according to this reading, in order to move forward. Okay? And I think this is towards what you desire from this relationship. See, I was talking about all that truth and clarity right next to a new life cycle, and under all this blocking that you've been holding back from this truth and clarity that you've been feeling, but it's going to brew up. It's going to brew up pretty soon, and you're going to have that conversation. So what's going to happen is after that conversation here with the Ace of Swords, we have the Star. So the Star is a card for Aquarius. Aquarius might be strong in your chart or their chart or in someone else's around this reading. That gives us 2 for Aquarius because we've got the Queen of Swords, which is air, and Aquarius. But the energy is what's most important. And this is going to allow you to heal. It's going to allow you to, it's like seeing your own reflection in that pool of water and remembering the essence of who you are, what you want from life, what you don't want from life. It's very spiritual. It's like healing to your bare bones. This is right under the Wheel of Fortune. So all this conversation that is going to happen is going to help propel this relationship forward. Not super fast, but it'll take some work, and that's mostly talk, okay? So this is allowing you to heal, feel better about who you are and moving forward. And then we have the 2 of Wands, and that's right under the 6 of Swords. This is, you know, holding a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, like you are with the Page of Wands, with one hand. And with the other hand, you're holding that new life cycle, that world, that whole new life cycle there. And right now, it's like you're contemplating, what is this going to look like? Because you can feel yourself moving forward towards what it is that you're talking about because of all this conversation, but you're also wondering what it's going to look like, okay? So let me take out the bottom card, the 10 of Wands. So yeah, it's been a burden. You've been carrying this burden of not speaking up and kind of blocking other people's opinions, and it has been a burden for you. There really could be an interfering party here because there's 3 pentacles here, 3 spilled cups here. It could be just the past that's interfering in somebody's past. That's a lot of times can play a part. But it's becoming a burden to you, and that's why you're speaking up about it. Now, what's great about the 10 of Wands is there's no 11. And look how hunched over this person is. They're going to drop those wands. So that's what the 10 of Wands tells me, is you're going to be able to let this burden go. And it lands right on the Ace of Pentacles, right on the disappointment in love with the hope in love. So you are going to be able to turn around and see the hope in love through all this conversation. Wow. So Sagittarius, this is your reading, and I thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.